Welcome to the studio at Africa's Green Economy Summit. Today we are joined by Lisa Walker, who is the Director of the Energy Office for Power Africa. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you so much.
So to begin, can you please tell us a little bit about the main strategies that Power Africa is currently undertaking to achieve the goal of sustainable development in Africa?
Yes, absolutely. So Power Africa was launched in 2013 as a US presidential initiative to catalyze energy access for up to 60 million Africans. I think a lot of people know the statistic that up to 67% of Africans or people living in Africa do not have access to reliable power. We see energy access as critical to ending energy poverty, which helps us advance economic security and prosperity. So Power Africa is approaching its 10-year anniversary, and we've really evolved quite a bit. In the beginning, we focused on new large-scale generation and support to utilities and utility strengthening. Now we receive almost 100% of our funding in renewable energy funds, and so we've become the US's largest climate action program on the continent. So we are now changing our focus to renewables. We recognize the importance of distributed renewable energy, whether that be metro scale or mini grid scale distributed renewable energy. We also see the importance of mini grids as an important way to get electricity access to reach the targets that we have. We have changed our focus, I would say, from just strictly generations and connections now to, as we said, ending energy poverty. But also we have a very strong commitment now to reducing carbon emissions. So we're advancing a carbon-free future, and we're also looking at bolstering private sector solutions.
And as everyone starts to pursue this decarbonization and this race to net zero, what innovations do you see as being worth investing in Africa's green economy?
We're supporting a number of changes. We're supporting independent power production right now. The support for IPPs, I think, is changing the landscape. We see great promise in green hydrogen. We certainly are looking at large storage battery solutions. Also, I would say the mini grid, the smart grid, the technologies that help manage everything from mini grids to utility scale energy, those are some of the areas that we're looking at.
Okay, and here at Africa's Green Economy Summit, you just spoke on a panel discussing developing access to sustainable finance and blending finance to scale up solutions. So what do you hope the main message of that speech was today?
I hope people would come away with an understanding of just how much Power Africa plays a role in de-risking the renewable energy marketplace. We have quite a few tools at our disposal for doing that. I would also say blended finance is kind of the way that we work. We measure our success by generation and connections, but also how much private capital we mobilize. And I would say that what I hope to leave with the audience is that we've mobilized now up to $60 billion in private capital, almost $1 billion in the off-grid sector alone. And that comes from being able to facilitate transactions at every level, from pre-feasibility, feasibility, due diligence, attracting debt and equity debt and equity investments. But it also goes to doing environmental assessments, doing wildlife mitigation, which is also something I think critical for some of the renewable energy projects that are out there, like wind power. We can do everything right up to deal structure. And so we want to work with many more players in the sector. We hope that we can use our convening power more to really move the needle on the green energy market.
And I'm really interested in picking your brain as a woman in a male-dominated industry. What advice would you give to young women entering the ever-changing green economy market?
Oh, I would say consider jobs in energy, and I would say come to USAID. We have quite a few programs that we have been running in the country that have been very successful, training people, getting apprenticeships for people, getting engineers, women engineers into the field. It's something that we're very, very committed to. I think most people know that climate change and the energy crisis that we're having mostly impacts women. I think people recognize that it impacts women who are smallholder farmers. It impacts women looking for jobs in the marketplace. Job skilling is very important. There are quite a few programs for that. Power Africa is also looking at doing more in gender lens investing, getting more women entrepreneurs into the ecosystem. We're also looking at empowering women as decision makers. So not thinking of women as just being impacted by the climate crisis or by energy crisis, but women making decisions about how resources are being used.
Well, thank you so much for using your voice here with us today and sharing your thoughts with us. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
And to our viewers who are watching, you can share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below, and you can hit like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.